There had been a great fire, and there had been a great flood. Both are forces of nature that sweep clean, that wipe the slate and promise a new beginning. Thurin had been the cause of the fire and of the flood, and yet both had failed to wash away his desire to be with Yaz of the Ikther, the girl for whom the stars shone brighter. Thurin stared up at the miles-long hole, stretching vertically through the ice, to a world that he had never seen. It seemed impossible that he had driven the fire that melted it. The release of his fire talent, of energies that had built inside him for years and years, had hollowed him. The subsequent battle with the Tainted had left him bruised, bitten and torn. And almost immediately after that, he had used the full extent of his ice work in a desperate attempt to ensure Yaz's brother joined her escape. Even as he wondered what it was that still kept him upright, Thurin found himself collapsing to the floor. The last image to remain with him was of Yaz's impossibly white eyes, locked on his as the cage rose ever further and vanished into darkness. "Wake up!" Thurin rolled to his side, groaning. A pleasant heat wrapped him, and for a beautiful moment he thought himself at home in his mother's house within the settlement. He tried to cling to the illusion, but it slid through his grasp, leaving only pieces of the darker dreams that had haunted his sleep, ones in which Theus stood above him, pulling puppet strings to make him dance to a tune that was not his own. "Still with us?" "Good." Thurin cracked open an eye. A fierce glow, distorted by his blurry vision, stole detail from the scene, but he saw enough to tell that he was lying in one of the forge sheds. Lengths of chain and a variety of tools hung from the support beams.
"Kalal, that you?"
"It is." The young smith clapped a hand to Thurin's shoulder. "Takes more than 100 screaming tainted to put me down." Thurin struggled to sit, all of him hurt. Bites and scratches that he hadn't noticed before now cried for his attention.
"You're all right?"
"Well, I lost both legs." Thurin smiled at the old joke. Kalal looked as bad as he felt, both eyes blackened and puffy, his ear torn and bleeding, bruising round his neck. Still, the greatest of his hurts was the loss of Exa. The rest of his wounds would heal.
"It's good to see you. How did I get here?"
Arca had the wounded carried to shelter. The worst of them are at the settlement. Kalal hauled himself up a chain to gain his work stool. "Your friend Yaz left in spectacular fashion, I'm told."
"She's your friend too."
Thurin scowled, angry at his own evasion. Kalal shook his head. "I lost Exa, and there's no getting him back. Yaz has only been gone half a day. She's up there." He pointed. "It's a journey that took even me almost no time at all."
"I'm told it's harder on the way up."
Thurin stood, groaning at the stiffness in his limbs. "Seriously though, you need to do something, Thurin. I saw how you looked at her. What will it be like spending the years to come always wondering where she is, what she's doing?" Thurin stretched, imagining he could hear his leg bones creaking. He knew Kalal was right, and it scared him. He moved closer to the forge pot, still radiating residual heat despite being empty.
"The broken need me."